Black does not allow the white king to advance, therefore white is now compelled to advance his pawn so as to force black to move away. He is then able to advance his own king. If black had played king f5, then white would be forced to advance the pawn e4, check, since he could not advance his king without leaving black the opportunity to play king e4, winning the pawn. Since he has not done so, it is better for white not to advance the pawn yet, since its own safety does not require it, but to try to bring the king still further forward. Now the white pawn is too far back and it may be brought up within protection of the king. Now it would not do to play king f7 because black would play king d6 and white would have to bring back his king to protect the pawn. Therefore he must continue. Had he moved anywhere else, for example king d8, white could have played king f7 followed by the advance of the pawn to e6, e7, e8, all these squares being protected by the king. As black tries to prevent that, white must now force him to move away, at the same time always keeping the king in front of the pawn. e6 would make it a draw, as black would then play king f8 and we would have a position similar to the one explained in connection with example 5. King moves and the white pawn advances to e8, becomes a queen, and it is all over. In this position white wins, as the king is in front of his pawn and there is one intervening square. The method to follow is to advance the king as far as is compatible with the safety of the pawn and never to advance the pawn until it is essential to its own safety. This ending is like the previous one, and for the same reasons should be thoroughly understood before proceeding any further.